drawing session. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna bring it up. The figure drawing session here. And I think what I'll do is I'll just show you. I'm gonna type in and write this down on your paper somewhere. Write new Masters Academy figure drawing. Let me turn this off right here. There we go. New Masters Academy figure drawing, and we want non-nude. Okay, so we're gonna do non-nude here. Whatever. Let's just do number 12. They have like number 1. Here's 14. They got. But this is cool. This is good to do if you don't have a real model, and there's places around here where you can find the Catalyst in Westminster. They have live figure drawing, and then I think it's 1984. Let me go here. Let's go Costa Mesa figure drawing. Location 1980 Costa Mesa. They have live figure drawing. So if you want to try that out in person, I would definitely recommend it. Location 1980. That's what it looks like from the outside. It's on Placentia Avenue. And then there's the Catalyst in Westminster. Catalyst. So we got 1980 Costa Mesa. And then we got Catalyst, Westminster, West. And you pay like $20 to do it. And I think LCAD might have it. Laguna College of Art and Design on Saturdays. And you can also just go downtown Huntington at the pier, right? But here it is, Catalyst. All kinds of art classes, life drawing, boom. There's the models. Sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. There's all our tons of models you can draw. Okay, so there you guys go. Okay? And I think Laguna College of Art and Design has LCAD, figure drawing. If you want to drive out to Laguna, I think they have it on Saturdays. Spring 2025 Saturday short pose workshops. Drop-in fees $15 for 5 hours, uninstructed. There you go. So I think that's open to the public. 9 to 2. Prospective students and the general public are welcome to join us for our short pose workshops. So you can take what I teach you guys tonight and you can go to live workshops, okay? Fun thing to do, okay? We're going to go... Let me pause this for a sec, and I'm going to bring this up right here. Where are we at? There we go. Now, I'm going to do a couple of these, and I'm going to do a couple of these, and just to kind of show you guys the approach, okay? Now, let's write these down before we get started. When you're drawing the human figure, I'm going to separate this right here. And we're going to go, I'm just going to say, when you're drawing the figure, I'm not going to say human figure, I'm just going to say figure. Okay, when you're drawing the figure. And I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see this better, okay? This is the approach that I was taught, and I follow it to this day. So, number one, you're going to draw the head and neck. 2, torso and pelvis. I group these, okay? Now, of course, the torso is separate from the pelvis, but this is a grouping, okay? And 3, we got legs and feet. 4, we got arms and hands. You're drawing the figure. You're going to do this every time. You're going to go head and neck, torso, pelvis, legs and feet, arms and hands. Head and neck, torso, pelvis, legs and feet, arms and hands. Head and neck. Every minute, you're going to be doing that the best you can. Okay? So I'm going to show you how I do it. And then, and I'll do a little bit of explanation afterwards of how to break this down. And then, let's just go. And so I'm going to show you how I do it, and then you guys are going to do it, okay? So just watch. I'm going to do like 5 of these, okay? And here we go. I'm going to draw these kind of smaller too, okay? This is my first pose. Head. Neck. That's the torso, there's the pelvis. Tilting this way, tilting this way. Leg. Foot. Other leg. Foot coming down. It's coming out. Arm coming out. Coming back. She's looking down. Shoulder up. Coming out. That's wrapping around. It's wrapping around the... Okay, so I was able to do that in a minute. Okay, let's do another one. Here we go. Head, neck, stretch, pinch. That's the torso. That's the pelvis. There's the tilt. There's the tilt. The shoulders, arms coming up. This leg's coming back. Let me turn this down. Okay, that's too loud. I'm going to turn that down a bit. There you go. Okay, much better for me anyway. Okay, I gotta hurry this up. Leg going back. Other leg. Arm. That's going away. Okay, so really quick, so something, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to capture the gesture. Write that down. Okay, now what is the gesture? A couple years, I'm like, what the heck is a gesture? What does that even mean? Basically, the gesture. Look all these things that just accumulate at my desk. While I'm doing demos, I'll grab this, grab that. It's like I was telling the kids today, hey, where are all the pencils going? You guys taking all my pencils? Look, I have all the pencils up here at my desk. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Okay. Gesture. What is a gesture? It's the pose. Okay. It's the action. So, what is the person doing? What is the animal doing? What is the flower doing? What is the... You know what I mean? It's whatever the thing is. You can apply gesture to a person, an animal, a still life. It doesn't have to be something that's alive and moving. A gesture can be applied to anything that you are drawing, okay? And you can see that I'm kind of like, I want to get this movement, okay? I want to get this flow. And at the same time, I'm trying to get correct proportion. Okay, so I'm also trying to get correct proportion of what's happening with the person. And even if I was drawing a wrench or a hammer, same thing. Okay. Here we go. Let's keep going. Here we go. Head. Looking down. Neck. Tilt to the shoulders. Stretching. Pinching. Tilt to the pelvis. Center line. Coming around. That leg's going down this way. That other person's in the way, but that's okay. This other leg's coming down. There's the knee. It's going back, behind, and that's okay. This arm's coming up, way up here by her face. And that hand's coming down. Shoulders going up and across and on the head. That's wrapping around. Okay? So now I'm starting to get warmed up. I'm like, okay, I'm getting more alert and I'm able to like be more accurate with my drawing but let's talk about kind of like what I'm doing right here with the head first. And let's look at this head. So go ahead and draw this with me here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I think this will make it a little bit easier. But let's look at this head here. So her head, right? She's tilting her head upward a bit. When I draw a head, when I start it, I usually do a circle. So go ahead and do that with me. Just do a circle like that. Okay? Now she's kind of looking. Now, the second thing when we're drawing the head, okay, is look at the tilt of her head. We want to identify the tilts of things. So we're going, there's the tilt of the head, right? And that kind of is following like the sternum here. Here's the tilt of the shoulders. You see that? Okay, here's the tilt of the pelvis. Okay, that's called contrapposto. So you have this tilt against that tilt, contrapposto. Now even the rib cage, you have a corner here, that's tilted down. The rib cage is like that, the pelvis is like this. Okay, so that's contrapposto. You have, I'll put it right here. That's tilted this way. Her breasts are tilted this way. Her rib cage is tilted that way. Like, why is it all tilted this way? Okay, well, because that's all one piece. Okay, and then we have this right here. What's that? That right there, we can say, okay, there's the sternum right there. And then we go, okay, I said that's the shoulders right there. And then this is coming down. This is going like that, and that's going like that. This is coming down, and that's going back like that. So this is coming down, right? That's this part right here. Let me zoom in right there. We'll kind of focus on the rib cage here. That's coming down like that curve and that curve right there. And this is coming up like that. What's that? That's this curve right here, right? Because a rib cage is like an egg form. And there's the tilt of that. And then the pelvis is doing this. Okay, your pelvis is tilted like so. Let me bring this down a little bit. There you go. So that's tilted down like so. So that pelvis is doing this. You see what there? Look at that. That's overlapping. That's going in front. There's the pelvis. Okay, there's that tilt. Here's the center line. Here's the navel. Anyway, that's contrapposto. And one thing's tilting different than another. Um, that's what we're looking at. That's the opening of the rib cage right there. That would be right about here, the opening of the rib cage, because that first rib is really narrow. And then out of there, we got her neck right here is going like this and it's going like that. It's a cylinder. See this wrapping around? You can kind of see that curvature right here, curvature right here. That's coming out like that. Okay? So we got this cylinder here. I taught you guys about the cylinder. I taught you guys about the ovoid form. I taught you guys about the box. You're like, well, what are you talking about, the box? We go, okay, this is going across. And the pelvis can be seen as, it can be seen as an ovoid. We can go pelvis, can be a cylinder or like a bowl. Okay, the pelvis can also go scoot that over a little bit. Now, do we have time to do this amount of processing when we're just trying to capture the action and the gesture like I did in these three right here? No. But I'm kind of thinking that all these things are kind of sitting there in my head. If I can just, these major forms here, like the egg form or the oval of the rib cage, I am thinking about that here. And for the hips, and for the pelvis, I'm just going like that. I'm thinking that. And you can see this right here. You can see this right here. You can see this right here. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. And I'm still thinking about center line because I talked to you guys about center line before. Okay, we're a symmetrical creature, so we're going center line. I'm still thinking, oh, there's that center line right there. Now, what I do want to do is I want to pause for a second there. I want to switch gears to the box. So I was talking about the box, and this goes up like this, and this goes up like that, and this comes down like that, that comes down like that, that comes down like that. And there's the box of the pelvis. That right there is the front of the iliac crest. That right there would be that right there, the front of the iliac crest right there, which you can feel on yourself. You're sitting down, you can go, oh, there it is, right in front right there. Okay, and then over here, it's going to be over here too. Boom, boom. Straightish line, straightish. But this goes straight, it curves, right? We know that it curves. We have our rectus abdominis right there, and then there's that other front point right there. So there's the front of the iliac crest. Here's the front of the iliac crest. That's curving. I know that, but let's connect that point. Let's connect that point. And then down here, why is there a dash right here? Because that's the pubic bone, pubic symphysis bone right down there. Why is that important? Because that creates the crotch or the groin right there. And then from there, we have the legs go. Cylinder of the leg, that's going in that direction. Okay, and this other leg right here, this is going in a similar direction, and that's a cylinder. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking, this is I'm constructing the figure here, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get across the different things that are going on in my head. Now, this right here, usually the figure has a pinch side, P-I-N-C-H, and a stretch side. Stretch. So we're going to go stretch here. Okay. What's the advantage of doing a quick sketch? So you can just do it for fun. You can do it to quickly get an idea down of what you want to draw. You can get it like, okay, I want to draw my animal or a portrait, to quickly block in the portrait, and um, to have more, and it helps you with accuracy of hand-eye coordination too. That's what I would say. So I'm gonna do one. Oh yeah. So I was talking about her head, and then I got sidetracked. Okay, about other ideas and things. So let's draw this head. We started with the head, so I'm gonna do this a little bit bigger. And she's looking up, so we go like this. If you go like this on the sphere, that tells the viewer, hey, we're looking up, or the head is tilted up. And then you have this center line right here. We have a center line right here. You see that? Then we go, okay, here's the chin. That is this right here. And then we're going to go, the jaw's going to go back. Jaw's going to go back, and then it's going to go up. It's going to go back, and then it's going to go up. There's the ear. There's the ear. Let me zoom into that. Okay. Let's get this closer right here. And then from that, see, that's going across. The chin's going across. And then from here, this point, that's going to come up. And that's going to come up like that. Okay? Now, we have 1 minute. So we just go, okay, I put this in, and I'm going chin, boom, and looking down. And maybe I have time for that center line. Because I got to get all the rest of it in there. But if you don't get that far, who cares? Just get as far as you can get, okay? But that's the head. Then we can go, what's next? We go, okay, the bottom of the nose, this part, where the bottom of the nose, meaning, let me hold that right there, where the nose attaches to the face right here. Not the tip of the nose, but the bottom of the nose would be about right there. And then we go, okay, where the lips come together, and then the top of the chin. Then we go about lips come together, top of the chin. And there you got a face blocked in pretty much. And that neck's doing that. It's stretching. There's the stretch side of the neck. Here's the pinch side of the neck. Okay? And then we go, oh, eye socket. And then maybe you can throw in an eye socket. And here's another eye socket. Throw in another eye socket. And we're not gonna have time for hair, okay? And that's going like that, that's going like that. I'm just gonna put a line in for the eye and a line in for the eye. Because that's all we're gonna have time for, if that. You know what I'm saying? We could just do quick sketches of a head. Like, go home. There's your homework. Quick sketch, head poses. Guaranteed you can find them on YouTube. Guaranteed you can find, oh, here, I wrote that down. There's some homework, something to practice. That'd be fun for the next one. We're going to do flowers next week, by the way. We've got a request for flowers. Maybe we can get that. We'll do this, and then we'll do flowers. Okay. Quick sketch, head, drawing. Time. Okay. Homework. Practice. It's fun. You know what? Homework. I don't know. Does homework have a bad connotation for you guys? Like, when I say if I say homework, is that bad? Okay, I'm just wondering. Like, because high school kids, oh my gosh, homework. But it's art, you know? Like, but I don't give homework in art class. So I just don't do it because they got enough on their plate. Okay, let's do this sketch right here. I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to talk about another idea. So here we go. I got 50 seconds. Here we go. Head, neck, stretch, pinch, center line. This leg coming down and foot and other foot coming up, connecting. That's wrapping around, looking up. Look at that, just a little line right there. And then this is going out here like that. And I got that flow, this is coming down. That's wrapping around. Now I can get that in, that part of the leg, that flow. S-curve. And I got 5 seconds. I got mouth. I got center line. Okay, so there's that. Okay? And I'm just trying to get, once again, that movement, that flow, get some proportions in there. All right? And I'm just going about that big. Now, another thing that we want to look at when we're doing this, and then I'm going to have you guys, I'm going to start over and have you guys do some, is we're going to, and I talked about stretch side and pinch side. So we go, so if we put an oval like that in, right? And then we go a circle or ovalish thing like that. We go, okay, which side is the stretch side? Well, this side's the stretch side. Okay, and then this side's going to be the pinch side. And we're going to be looking for that. There's the center line. Okay, or we go, okay, well, here's that oval like that rib cage, and then here's the pelvis, two big forms. That side's, that's stretching, that's pinching. Well, how do you know what's pinching and what's stretching? You look at the figure, so this is stretching, this is pinching, P for pinch, S for stretch, P for pinch, S for stretch. What's going on in this one? This one's a little different. Okay, if we look at this one's a little different. It's neither, there's no pinch and stretch. So, because we have this straight here, but you can have pinch and stretch, and here we have twist. Okay, so the pelvis is pointing this direction, and then her torso's twisting. Pelvis is pointing to the right. Her rib cage here is starting to twist to the left. So we have a twist. So this, you can see this right here. See that? That's going like this around that form. And then we're coming down here. That's going like that. This takes some training. This takes some practice to see. But that's turning this direction. That's turning that direction. So we have a twist. Okay? That's going like that. See, that's kind of straight, and then it goes at an angle like that. That's the back of the hips. That's going at an angle. See that angle of the hips right there? Like that. So that's what that is. Then I'm going like that. There's the box of the pelvis. But you don't have to see it as a box. You can go, okay, it's a cylinder instead. If that helps you, and go, okay, there's the cylinder of the pelvis. Okay, and then attached, or you can go, it's the ovoid of the pelvis, or the circle of the pelvis. But that's twisting this way, and then it's twisting the opposite way, and there's her neck's coming out like so. Okay? And that's wrapping around like that. But we can also twist the figure. All right. What I want to do, I did 4 of these. I did some explanation. You guys ready? Let's go. Oh, I'm going to put these up on the screen so you guys can see them better. Okay? Let's go. Figure drawing. New Masters Academy. Figure drawing. And there it is. I'm going to give you ones that I already did. So you got the answer, okay? I gave you guys the answer, so now it's your guys' turn. Because okay, we've been going for 30 minutes. Now it's your guys' turn. Okay. Go for it. Do as best you can. Go. Head, neck, torso, pelvis, legs, feet, arms, hands. I'm just be quiet. They're all hard, by the way. Yeah, I know. No pun intended. Okay. That's right. That's right. You gotta do a new one now. Go. New one, go. These are timed. It's 3, right? Okay, we'll go one more. No, we'll go 2 more. Switch. You're gonna be tired going when you go home tonight. You're gonna be tired. What? Oh wait, was that 5? You guys, I don't even know. You really count them. Count them. I just been sitting here sketching while you guys are doing that. While you guys are being tortured, I'm being tortured. See, I'm not gonna do anything I don't ask you guys to do. Okay? because I do this on my own for fun. It's like I don't know why I do it. I don't know. I get something out of it. So now, check this out. What does that say up on the screen? That says 2 minutes, right? So we got a 2-minute pose now. We got double the time. Okay, so we got double the time to figure out kind of what's going on here. So we did 5 1-minute. Now we got a couple 2-minute ones, okay? So let's go. I'll do one of these. Well, here's a 2-minute. That I kind of started a 2-minute. Let me go right here. There we go. Let's see if this will zoom out for us, for you guys here. Oh, there we go. I paused it. I don't know why I paused it. Oh, play. There. It's going to have to catch up probably or something. I'm waiting too. Maybe I gotta fast forward. Hold on. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. Oh, I guess I just gotta go to the very end. Okay, cool. So here we go. Awesome. All right. I'm gonna put the paper vertical because no, I don't know. No, let's stay horizontal here. And so a 2-minute one is gonna look like this. I've got 2 minutes. I'm gonna go like this. So we got double the time. Super stoked. Here we go. 2-minute pose. And I'm gonna draw kind of smaller still, but we're gonna go, and you can draw along with me or you can just watch this one, but I'm just gonna go like that. Now she's looking down, so I'm gonna go like this. And the back of the neck's right here. That's gonna go back, and then I'm looking at the tilt of the shoulders. And then I'm looking at the body. We have this is stretching over here, and this is coming this way, and it's going that way, and then we're going like that, and then she's going like this, and this is coming down like that. So I'm putting that spine in, that flow, and then we put the bottom part, and right here, that leg's going that direction, and then this leg is going in that direction, and then this leg's going in back towards us, so I'm going to go like that. That's a wrapping line, and then we go like that, and then this foot is this weird shape. It's kind of like a triangle shape, an elongated triangle. So a foot's basically like that, okay? And there's the ball of the foot like so, and there's the heel of the foot, and we got some toes that we don't really care about. We're going to give an indication. And then we have, okay, and what's going on right here? Well, what's this? That's a scapula. So there's a scapula, boom, boom, and that's going like this. Scapula is, and I should probably zoom in so you guys can see better. There you go. The scapula is going to be this upside down L, and then the other scapula is going to be pointing in that direction. And then there's the shoulder. I go like this, and then that's coming up, and then this is coming like that. Now, when I say this is going like this, what I mean is this is narrow, and this is wider. And let's go back. We'll pause this for a second here. Or we'll go back. 1 minute left still. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go like this, and then this is attaching here, and that's coming down. And that's where the elbow is right there. And then the rest of the arm comes down. And then there's the wrist. This triangular shape. So hands are kind of like these triangular shapes if you're trying to get a hand down pretty quick, okay? And then we can do all the fingers like that. Okay, so there's our, now if I have time, I can go hair shape. hair, direction of that hair. Hand like this, fingers like that. Okay? So there's that pose on that. Now that right there, I kind of know what to look for, but and this is wrapping around too. But you're just gonna do your best. So this is a sketchy way of doing it. Now what I want to show you guys too, and this might not be your approach. There's another approach that I want to show you guys. It's more remember the semi blind contour drawing that I did the other day? Okay, let's start this over and we can do this. I'm going to go back to here. There we go. Okay, so this is about to switch. It's about to switch right now. Okay. So what you can do now, instead of doing this sketchy line thing that like I'm doing, you can do this. You could go, okay, I just want to do one line. So we just go. But I kind of have the same ideas in my head. I'm keeping the pencil down. Sometimes that helps to make better decisions, and I'm not, and I'm not erasing, so you just go for it. So there's that approach too. So it's a different vibe. It's a different flow, you know? And there's just different approaches to it. Like maybe this works better for you than this. Maybe this works better for you than this, you know? And we can take it a step further if you have time. You can go, okay, now where's the shadow side? Here's the light side. Here's the shadow side over here. This is all in shadow. And I can just go, that's all in shadow. And that's fun. And I got 5 seconds. So in 2 minutes you can just put in your lights and darks. You know? But you're like, yeah, right. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put this up on the screen. And I'm gonna have you guys do I'm gonna have you guys do a 5 minute, okay? Let's have you guys do a 5 minute. Let's skip to a 5 minute. Actually, let's have you guys do 1 2 minute. And then we'll have you do a 5 minute. Okay, ready? Here we go. 2 minute sketch coming up. And go about that size that I went. Don't go too big. Okay, here we go. 2 minutes. What can you do in 2 minutes? And then I'll do a 5 minute, and then you guys will do a 5 minute. We got 40 seconds. What can you do in 40 seconds? A lot. You do what you can do. That's it. No pressure. There really is no pressure. I'm serious. Like, I don't know. I like to test myself, so I just don't like other people testing me. I don't know. Maybe I do. I'm okay with that. All right. What can we get done in 10 seconds? All right. Cool. Let's pause that. 2 minutes. How'd that feel? Are you guys feeling a little? How you guys doing? How you guys doing out there? You guys doing good? Have you guys heard of Quick Sketch before? Until today, until tonight? No? Quick Sketch, yeah. Quick Sketch. A little pressure's on, yeah. But you know, go downtown, go sit on the pier, draw people as they're walking by, or they're sitting there with your sketchbook. It's great. It's fun. All right, I'm gonna do a 5 minute now. So here we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this approach. I'm gonna go 5 minute, and I'm gonna do this approach. I'm just gonna go like this. Kind of draw it smaller. You can draw with me if you want. I'm gonna put that tongue down. Go. Okay, there's the head. She's looking down, and there's the jaw, and we're doing this, and there's the shoulder, and she's moving in this direction. So I'm gonna do that side of the rib cage. I'm gonna do this side of the rib cage. Coming down, how far, and I'm going like making visual measurements, and we're going. Okay, she's going like this. There's the center line, and there's the belly button right there. There's the hips right here. Okay, we can just go like that. And there's the hips. So here's the form of the rib cage, that egg form or that oval. Here's the oval of the hips like that. We're coming down right here. There's her clothing wrapping around and coming down to the groin area. There's a pubic bone right there about. Okay, and I'm going to go, okay, let's put in that right there, which is her thigh. Coming down, there's the knee. I'm just going to put a light oval there. I'm going to come up like that and just make an indication, go, okay, I think the heel ends about right there, and that's the bottom of the tights right there. And now the shin is more flat or straight, and then you have this S curve for the calf. Okay, and then we're going to go, this is going behind, so that's going behind. It's going behind right like that. And here's the knee, and that's going out this way. That's going out in that direction. And then we're going to go, okay, now that's in front. Okay, the thigh's in front of the calf. How do I know that? Because I just know that there's a muscle right there that connects to the fibula. And then here we go, that's outside of that. There's the ankle, or down that end of the tights right there. And that there's an overlap, that's arching over for the foot. That's a weird shape right there. It doesn't matter. We just draw that shape in that we see. Here's the heel. There's that. And we go, okay, here's a big toe right there. Okay. So now we got that, and that's fine. Let's zoom in a little bit here. I'm going to bring this down closer to our reference so you guys can see better. Okay. And I'm going to wrinkle my paper, but that's cool. I don't care. All right. And I got 3 minutes left, or 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Okay, so then I'm going to go to this. Arms tilted back, and that's curving like that. I'm going, okay, that knee needs to move here. And then over here, lining up, is that elbow. It looks a little long, but that should be okay. And I'm going, okay, no, that's not okay. That comes like this. I'm going to correct this. That was wrong. There's the knee right there. So that comes out. I got to redraw that because that was wrong, because this is the right tilt right there. The other one was wrong. This is wrapping around, and a little bit of pressure's on because I know I'm running low on time. Bicep, that's folding. That's coming forward on the top, and on the bottom, there's the wrist. There's that hand. Here's these fingers coming forward. There's her nose coming out, and that's close enough, okay? Then I go, oh shoot, I forgot about that foot, but that's okay. We'll just throw it in there. There's the heel, and there's that, and then there's this, and then there's that. Okay, we're looking good. This is happening, guys. This is happening. That's coming through. All right. Now I'm pausing for a second because I do have 45 seconds. So let's go values. Boom, boom. Quickly identifying values here. That armpit. This side of the body here, that's in shadow. Or that egg form, this leg area, that's in shadow. That's in shadow. That's in shadow. Got a cast shadow here on the ground. I'm going to cheat and go backwards a little bit. Cast shadow. Cast shadow. Now, is this a duplication? Is this a duplication of this? No, this is a reference. I'm getting close. I'm learning. I'm studying. I'm building accuracy. Okay? And that's what we're doing. We're just like enjoying this, trying to have fun with this, and that's it. Okay, so there's a 5 minute. So now you guys, ready for a 5 minute? It's 5 times a 1 minute. How cool is that? Okay? This is about to end here. Okay, here's your... Let me pause this. Then I'm going to have you guys do... I'm going to keep that going. Let's have you guys do a 5 minute now. And then we're going to have a 10 minute. See? So we're building up. We did that one already. Let's give you guys a fresh one. Here's your 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes coming up. 2, 1. There we go. There's your pose. There's your 5 minute pose. And I'll do it up here, and I'll show you. You guys do yours, and I'll do it too, and then we'll meet up in 5 minutes. Here we go. You're not gonna be able to see what I'm doing, but here we go. Now, if you don't know what to do in your 5 minutes, you can sketch it in. And after you sketch it in, you're like, well, what do I do now? Well, put in values. Start identifying values, but on a quicker scale, because last week when we did the nose and we did the eye and we did the mouth, okay, we were doing that very slowly. uncontrolled. Now, so now we go, okay, now let's make some quick decisions here, you know? We got 40 seconds, right? Yeah, we're all on the same page, so. And then we get to share. We get to share. Woo! Show and tell.
Okay.
The coveted 10-minute pose. The coveted 10-minute. Look at this. 10 times a 1 minute. Like, now we have so much time, we don't even know what to do with it. You know, we're like, dude, I get to get up, I get to sharpen my pencil. And then after this, we're gonna draw beautiful flowers. Matt, I took this drawing class, relax. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Can't sit still. Okay. Let's minimize that. I'll show you guys what I got here. That's mine. So this one's mine. This is what I got. Okay? So now what I want to do is I want to do the 10-minute. And we got... We'll do 10 minutes, then we're going to do a flower. What kind of flower are we going to do? Tulip. Okay, tulip. I'm writing that down. All right, let's do the 10-minute. Here we go. Lots of time on this. Get as far as you can get. Okay, here we go. 10-minute. I'm drawing with you guys, and then we will show afterwards. And I'm gonna turn my paper a little bit. Okay. Now, just because we have 10 minutes doesn't mean we slowed down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go as slow as you want. I'm just going, hey, this is what we can do here. You know, I guess the music doesn't help, huh? Here, hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? The piano's stressing me out. Is it stressing you guys out? Okay, maybe this. Okay. I don't want drum and bass because if we go drum and bass, maybe we go soul, Japanese soul music. That might be better. Here we go. Let's mute this. Oh heck no, that's way too fast. Okay, mellow. Let's try mellow. There we go, nice and slow. Nice. There we go, that's better. That's better. All right. Ah. Yeah, man, I didn't know the piano could be so stressful. Man. Just when you're drawing, man. The coveted 10-minute sketch. All right, so the question is like, what's the advantage of timing yourself? I don't know. Time, I guess, you can get more done in a certain period of time if you push yourself, but I guess it's a matter of, do you want to push yourself? I don't know. She's looking down. Now, I know you feel like your brains are going to explode, but they're not. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that great? We still have 7 minutes left. There we go. Okay. Good feeling, 7 minutes. Get a lot done in 7 minutes. Cook a quick meal. Don't forget those cast shadows on the ground. You're like, wait, I didn't get to those yet. Oh, shoot, broken pencil. That's why you got to have a backup. And the hair, just color it in. Just draw in the shape of the hair and just color it in. A solid mass. It'll be communicated as hair visually. Yeah, we still got 3 minutes. What do we do with 3 minutes? What? Dang. "30 seconds." Almost show and tell time. Here we go. And it's time. Oh, you guys got 20 seconds still. Dang it. You guys still 15 seconds. Here we go. Now let's find 5 seconds. Almost time to show and tell. I'll show you guys what I did. There's mine. There's my interpretation. Okay, so there's Okay, what did you guys think? Was it hard or was it different? The harder different is the key word, right? Yeah. Yeah, because different is hard, right? Like you go, man, this is new. I don't get this. This is a weird thing, you know? I've never done this before. So anyway, here's my interpretation, my little 10-minute. And here's, let me zoom out here so we can see what's going on here. Like the main thing that I want to get across is play. We're playing, okay? We're not like have that playful attitude and just go for it, just enjoy. Now, if you really want to challenge yourself, Sharpie. Okay, so we're not gonna go there though. I'm not gonna Sharpies are great. Okay, now let's flip this. Let's go like this. And let's look at what, so here's our quick sketches here and a little bit of construction. Hopefully you guys wrote all this stuff down. If you want to do live figure drawing, we got 1980 location in Costa Mesa. We got the Catalyst in Westminster. We got LCAD on Saturdays. That's Laguna College of Art and Design. They all cost, this one's 15 bucks. And you got 5 hours of a figure. 5 hours, that's a deal. Drawing the human figure. And I don't know if they're clothed or nude or whatever, but anyway. And you can go have a fun little day down there in Laguna, you know, super fun. Okay. Now let's go flower. We're doing a tulip. We're drawing a tulip. Let's find tulip. We're gonna slow it way down. This last, what do we got? 20 minutes? 25 minutes. Here we go. No more mad dogs. We'll go tulip. Photo. Black and white. Boom. Okay. Georgia O'Keeffe, right? Ah, see? Really? Really? Are they really? Yeah. That's interesting. Oh, bones are fun, yeah. Bones are fun. Bones are fun. All right. Now, the cool thing about flowers, nature, I mean, we know what these things look like. That's the problem. Okay, that's the problem, is that we know what they look like. But something like this, a flower, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it up like that. You guys can draw along with me or just watch or whatever. But they're more forgiving because we know what the human figure looks like. There's so many different moving parts in the human figure and all these different things we got to think about when we're doing it. But kind of the approach is the same. Okay? We still want to think about gesture, proportion, contrast, values, all these other things that I've taught you guys, right? So let's put in the gesture of this. It's kind of simple. Let's do this actually. I like this one. I mean, this has a gesture. Look, we have this shape. This is coming down. That comes back up. That's still a gesture. It's like it's simpler, but there you go. You don't have as many moving parts. But let's look at this. Lots of moving parts, right? Lots of moving parts here. In this one, we got this piece coming down. We got that piece coming down. We got this we got to put in. This is moving down, down, down. Or are they moving up, up, up? Okay, either or. Lots of moving parts here. Lots of things. So I chose this because it's simple, because it's high contrast. We can get, it's easily identifiable. That's why I chose that. We can get that done in 20 minutes. Lots of moving parts here. We're still dealing with gesture. Maybe we go here. Maybe we do this tonight because let's go. We go, wow, look at all this stuff. There's all this stuff happening. What do we do here? Well, what do we see first? This. Right? Well, the shape. Okay, that overall shape is triangular. All right, the overall shape is triangular. Let's, this is in a rectangle, so let's, look at that. I just switched it on you guys. But let's just go rectangle. And that'll help us out a little bit. Okay. And what's also going to help us out is we can just make, I'm going to zoom in here. There you guys go. Visual measurements, I'm going to go, here's a point, there's a point, there's a point down there. Okay, so I'm going to go that point about right there, that point about right there. Now, the point of drawing something isn't to go, oh, I have to make this exactly the same. Like, you don't have to display your reference photo with your drawing that you did, you know. So we have a little leeway, and you have a little leeway even if you draw a portrait of a person or a figure of a person, or I could just say the figure, or an animal. You have a little freedom, you have a little leeway, because you're doing what you want, how you want to do it, you know what I mean? Okay, why did I put an oval there? Because this thing right here, I'm going like this. I'm thinking this. And then that can come down. That's going to come down. And this is a center line. It's right here is a center line. Whoop, center line, just like the person has a center line. So there's a center line. These ideas, these approaches to drawing are universal. They go across all these guidelines. There's a center line, right? So there's the center line of that petal. Here's the center line of this petal. Here's the center line of this petal. Center line, center line, center line. You see that? So you can take all these ideas and you can apply them to whatever the heck you want. I'm going to put this, now this is going to be an arc or part of an oval, part of an ellipse, because I said, hey, practice your ellipses. Remember in the very, very beginning. And what do we have? We only have we got 2 more sessions after this. So continue to think about, you know, things that, subjects you want to be talked about and demonstrated in class. And this, I'm going to go like this, a little arc like that. See, I just say arc. I don't say petal. You know, oval, over, arcing over, arcing under. And I think the more that, I don't know, like I tend to look at other artists' works, and sometimes when you look and be inspired by them, but sometimes it's like you look at another artist's work, like, gosh, I want to do what that person does. But I'm learning, I'm beginning to learn at age 53 that, like, you are an individual, and be inspired by other artists, but also just do what you want to do, and do it the way that you want to do it, you know, and be comfortable in your own skin, become comfortable with yourself, and you being just your own person and human being, you know. It's like, and it's hard not to compare yourself to others, but you know, we will, I should say we'll figure out who we are, you know, in this art world. Still figuring out who we are. I'm still figuring out who I am. But you know, my place right now is teacher, artist, you know, in this art world. So there's those little there's those different shapes. And I'm keeping it light, and we can do this. And soften all these edges now. soft and all that. Now, we could give us a really dark outline. We've been talking about realism, and so that's gonna be my approach. I'm just gonna say, hey, let's just duplicate what we're seeing here. Okay, let's duplicate what we're seeing. So I'm just gonna go, here's a dark value here. I can start here, I can start here, I can start here. It doesn't matter where I start. I can start with the background. I'm just gonna start with the thing that we're drawing. And there's all these lines, but that's fantastic because the pencil is made for this specifically. I would encourage you, let's do this if you want to at home. I still want to do more self-portraits. That was pretty fun. 'Cause I haven't visited that in a while. You know, it's looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, who are you? Okay. Now what I'm doing here is I'm doing this. I'm going hard pressure to hard to soft. Kind of flicking. Like a slingshot, like a rubber band. Okay? So I'm going like this because that gives us this feathered, that tip, you know, that feathered soft tip doing that. Oh, yeah, we didn't move, so. Yeah, the lights are there. Yeah, they're on a timer of sorts. Yeah, if you see, that's how in the zone we are, guys. We're so deep in the art zone. Yeah, so deep in the art zone. You know, it really takes some time. Drawing flower is the rose. Oh my gosh, there's your challenge. It just takes time. Quote, and I quote, hard. But it does take time. If you really want to learn overlapping and variety, and last week, if you weren't here, I talked about the elements of art. I think I did. And the principles of design. Okay? Both of these are in every single piece of artwork ever created. You can identify the elements of art, you can identify the principles of design. You know, it's kind of a fun thing to do. You know, instead of watching Netflix, you could be like, hey everybody, guess what we're going to do tonight? Here's a piece of artwork, we're going to analyze it. Let's talk about the elements of art. Okay, space, line, shape, form, value, texture, color, color, texture. See, we're doing texture right now. There's the texture of the paper. We're creating a texture with the pencil. What did you say? Variety? What did you? Good job. Listen to you. Yeah. Principles of design. We got BEM. Principles of design. BEM cup. But these aren't all of them, because yeah, there's BEM cup plus. Look at you. Dang, wow. Plus RV, yeah. RV. I like that. BEM cup plus RV. Repetition and variety. So we got balance, emphasis, movement, contrast, unity, proportion, and then repetition and variety. I mean, look at these petals. These petals, repetition and variety. Now, when you're drawing these petals, be thinking about the direction, the form. This is moving down at an angle, and this is curving away from us. That's curving away, but at the same time, when something curves away, it's also usually curving towards. So I'm thinking, oh, that's coming towards us. See my movement? I'm going towards us and wrapping, curving towards us. But at the same time, you'd be curving away. Here's that point, let's say, an imaginary point that's curving away or curving towards us. Just throwing in some of that background. I'm just bouncing all over the place. I like working a little here, working a little there, working a little there, working a little there. I like to work around the whole space. Usually, when I'm working on a piece of artwork, I don't. Some artists will start in one little area and work their way out and just finish it like that. And do whatever you want, do whatever, experiment, play around, and I've seen an artist start it with one eye and then just work all their from the eye outward. Many, 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 many lines. This is this way, you know. Many, many, many. Kind of comforting. This is nice. I like this. Okay, don't answer this right now. But did you like the fast or slow? Huh? Yeah, see? Yeah. It's different. It's different. Oh, and I just typed in tulip photo black and white, so. And I typed in black and white because you don't have, it's less effort than having a color. You know what I mean? Like having a color reference. If you're beginning to draw, type in um, portrait black and white, animal, elephant black and white, whatever it is black and white, and then you don't have to take a color and go, oh shoot, like that, what value is that color, what shade is that color, but every color has a shade. And you could go like blue, dark blue, medium blue, light blue. There's that would be, and a dark blue would be a dark value, and a medium shade blue would be a medium value, a medium shade. So I'm about to smudge here. My brain's saying smudge, smudge, smudge. Soften. I mean, you don't have to soften, but it's kind of cool. Now I'm going side pencil here. I'm ignoring that other flower in the corner. But that's kind of cool. I like that other little tidbit in the corner because it adds a little bit, it adds to the composition, and that these artists, they purposely do these things. They don't just go, oh shoot, that's in the way. They purposely put that there in the frame when they took this picture. I mean, it creates a sense of depth and even storytelling, because you can go, oh, there's a relationship between this flower and that flower, and when you start putting multiple things in a drawing, let's say you start working with multiple images, you go, do you have a dog with a car, with a cowboy, with a cactus, and right there, there's storytelling. Painted a mini picture, in your head, right there. Shoot, we only got 4 minutes. That was a good art sesh, guys. Is that good? I feel relaxed. I want to go to sleep now. That relaxed me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What are you guys going to work on? Is that what you guys are going to work on this week? Do whatever you want. But I said quick sketch head drawing time. You don't have to, but let's see if we, yeah, no pressure. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is. No, and that's my whole point. You know, that's my whole point. Expect the unexpected. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go. I'm sure there's. Let's go back here and let's put in timed head poses. Let's see what we get. Time practice head poses. Time practice. Portrait practice 10-minute poses. Head drawing demo 5 and 10-minute poses. That's right. I know you want to play the piano. Yeah, I got that there from a thrift store. Okay, so it looks like, okay, there, yeah, here you go. Just whatever you want to there we go. Try those. Yeah. But we got, and do a flower. We did a flower, let's do a flower. Do some figures, do a flower. Do a figure with a flower in the background. You know, what if, so here's this, what I like to do is stuff like this. Like I like to combine. So what if we did the female figure, right? And then we did a flower in the background, the tulip, what if this tulip right here was behind her? Right? I like to combine things. You know, you can do one thing, but when you start combining different imagery together, it starts to get interesting, you know? And scale, like a giant flower behind her. You know, if this was behind her, how cool would that look? You know? Anyway. See you guys later. Good art sesh. Appreciate it.